everyone. Welcome back to ESBR Boxing's YouTube channel. Delighted always to be joined live from the Telford International Centre. Ra Hokum, Ra, appreciate this. This is a bit different for us. We're doing this. I'm at home. I'm very comfortable at home. You've been in Telford all night watching the boxing. What did you make of the main event?
Tremendous fight, not surprising given it involves Sam Eggington. Uh, Speaking to our colleague Rob from Boxing Shrew, he thought the scorecards were a bit wide. I thought it was reasonable, 9 rounds to 3 for Abass. Really impressed with Abass. Knew about his technical abilities as a boxer, what with his amateur pedigree, but right from the opening bell, instead he decided to just sit in the pocket, trade with him, Eggington, and come out on top pretty much every time. Yeah, great fight. Be interesting to see how he gets on against the winner of next week's WBA championship. We got Madrigov and Kurbanov. My only concern for Abass is that he didn't have to dig at that level. But all the other questions were answered. Stamina, he looked comfortable over 12 rounds at quite a high volume. Like I said, showed that ability to fight on the inside. And when he wanted to, he could get on the back foot as well. So punching power isn't everything, but it'll be interesting to see how he gets on if that fight is made. There's some talk I've just been looking online. Somebody was saying Golden Boy are going to try and maneuver Virgil Ortiz into that, the winner of next week's fight. So yeah, but tremendous fight, well worthy of the European title. Sam, as usual, great value, but makes you wonder how much does he have left? Is there anywhere for him to go?
Yeah, of course. Just a couple of questions from me, Ron, on the fight. From where I was sitting at home on TV, it looked like Baraou did hurt Eggington a couple of times. I think early in the fight and late in the fight as well. Obviously, that we had the gum shield come out at one stage. Eggington did look to be on shaky legs. It did look like the ref was having a proper look a couple of times. From where you were, did it look like a stoppage might be on the cards anytime?
Yes, but only because Eggington looked like he weren't getting out of the way. I didn't think he ever looked hurt as such. From me, it didn't look like his legs were gone, and it didn't look like his eyes were glazed over. But it was almost just a case of like he was sitting there letting shot after shot come in. And in that situation, especially British referees, that they can call it off. But as some people again online were saying, he was just playing possum because a couple of those times when he was taking flurries, he then came firing back just when we thought he was done. So dangerous tactic if that was it. I'm trying to think it weren't actually a tactic. That he's just got tremendous heart, and just when you think he's done, he will come firing back.
Yeah. No, look, a fantastic fight. And look, a worthy winner. I don't think anyone's going to disagree with who won that fight. Don't want to take up too much more of your time, Ross. Just a couple of questions on what's next. You mentioned Abass Baraou possibly fighting for that world title at 154 next. Have to see if that happens. Just going to play a bit of like fantasy boxing with you beforehand. We've got some good guys at 154 in Britain, Sam Eggington being one of them, JJ Metcalf being another. But one fight I wanted to potentially ask you about was a fight against Josh Kelly. Josh Kelly, who's been fighting on Wasserman, so possibly that's a fight that could be made. You'd imagine Josh Kelly and Barou's next fight at the same sort of time. Is that a fight you'd want to see? And who would you be picking for that fight?
Actually, that's an interesting point because I
Mm.
did ask Calla Sowland about that at some point last year. He reminded me that they were in the same camp. That's no longer the case, of course. Abass was relocated to, I think, Miami. Sounded like his coach was Cuban. Um, would I like to see it? Um, no, because I want to see Josh Kelly take on Zoo. And I'm a big believer if you get to the number one spot, you got to jump. Yeah. And if you ever see my show with Rico, I've got an unforgiven list, and that's a list of fighters that get into the number one spot and then don't take the world title shot. I mean, what are you in this sport for then? So no, I think this was billed as a final eliminator. yes, we know the governing bodies do some wacky things, but I think he should now press for his crack at Madrimov or Kurbanov, neither of whom are in the caliber of those super formidable Central Asian fighters. Neither of them are like, they're not the next Golovkins or whatever. They're good, but they're not, otherworldly formidable. So I think he should press for that mandatory. And I think Josh Kelly should press for his crack at Tim Tszyu. Much as his critics will say he'll get blitzed, but like I said, you get to the number one spot, it's time to make that jump. So no, it's not. It's not high up my list of preferred fights for either of them.
No, we shall see. Final question, Ra. What next for Sam Eggington? We've seen him lose tonight. We've seen him lose plenty of times in the past. We'll probably see him lose plenty of times in the future. I'm done caring about his record. I don't think anyone really does. He's been in so many kind of fight of the year contenders. Now, still only 30 years old. I think it's unpredictable what he's going to do next. Do you have any thoughts on that before we head off?
Um, you have to be concerned about the number of blows to the head he's taken. It's not just about age, how many fights you've had, even how many rounds you've had. I mean, if you're a defensive master going 12 rounds and hardly get hit, it doesn't matter. If you're going 12 rounds and getting hit by dozens of power shots every round, it matters. And that's what has been happening to Sam. Sometimes at a level which isn't even the highest. So he's not going to go up a level. His only way, realistically, is levels down if he wants to keep fighting. So maybe if he wants another crack at the British title, something like that, before he hangs it up. But will he hang it up? As you know, the fighters, they're addicted to this, just as me and you are on the other side of the road. So I doubt he will retire anytime soon. I think he will try and fight again. And if he's got good management behind him, they won't let him get in there and be used as a stepping stone for some of the numerous hot shots at 154. It is such a stacked division, even domestically. There's no shortage of big punching youngsters who want to, make a name for themselves by beating up on him. So I don't think he's going to retire soon. I hope his management do take care of him.
Fantastic. All right. Well, yeah, I think I agree with you. I don't think we've seen the last of Sam Eggington. Ra, thank you so much for your time. Appreciate you joining from pretty much from ringside in Telford, and I will speak to you and see you again very soon.
Look forward to seeing you at the next one. Ringside.